Radiant team ban.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Game 3 of GraTs ThO versus top5, the GosuCup America's third place decider. Now, this is the second game being played between these two teams, and I know that really doesn't make any sense, but GraTs ThO actually won the first game and decided to forfeit their second game so they could take their 30-minute break, or however that game was going to take, which was around 30 minutes, and go play another game for another tournament. So here we are in Game 3, tied at 1-1 with the picks and bans. I am Shred, or OP, whichever you know me by, of the Iron Branch, and joining me is Orbit, and he's going to be the main caster.
10 seconds remaining.
I'm not quite sure if he's here yet or not. There was quite a bit of a long break, and we kind of jumped into this as soon as GraTs ThO were ready. But we'll get on with the
I
ban.
just got here.
Oh, there we go.
Here now, and I'm ready to rumble. Nyx Assassin being the first pick, actually. Surprising that it made it through both games. However, in this game, top 5 does pick it up. So as you had mentioned, this is Game 3 of the third place decider between top 5 and GraTs ThO.
Yeah, Nyx Assassin making it through 2 games in a row is really interesting because it's such a strong hero. I actually rank it as the strongest hero in the game right now. Even stronger than Matt Rider, in my opinion. I just think it's so dominant as a support that it's hard to pass up on. Keeper of the Light and Shadow Demon picked up as a response. I love those 2 heroes. I think they're the next 2 best supports in the game.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. Interesting that Keeper of the Light made it all the way through this time around. For the most part, it's been banned. And it's just the amount of power that that hero gives your tri-lane. Not only that, but being able to combo it with a really strong hero like a Shadow Demon does very well. That's going to be a really strong tri-lane right there.
Yeah, something to point out though is that Nyx Assassin is a really good pick against Keeper of the Light in a tri-lane because of that Spine Carapace, Reflecting Illuminate, and also being very easy to trigger. So it'll be interesting to see if GraTs ThO actually decide to go for a try-v-try situation here. Lone Druid picked up. That's another hero we've seen banned out quite a bit.
A really smart pickup too by top 5, considering the fact that the Lifestealer was banned out by them. So they kind of had a little bit of a plan going into this game, it seems like. Lifestealer, of course, being one of those heroes that does incredibly well against a Lone Druid. It'll be interesting to see if it's going to be played in a solo safe, and if that means that there is going to be an aggressive tri-lane on the bank of that top 5 lineup.
Kind of waiting for the last pick, and that's going to tell us a lot, I feel. Unless it's a solo, of course, in which case it's not going to tell us much at all. But if it's another support, it's probably going to tell us how they're going to lane it. If it's going to be an aggressive tri-lane or if it's going to be a safe lane. Or even a dual roam type of strategy. But typically we don't see Nyx Assassin do the dual roam strat. He does need quite a bit of experience to be effective.
Yep, agreed. Something important too, the winner of this game wins $200. Everything's on the line right now. It is Game 3. So both teams kind of, I feel like Goody and his team, Broccoli's team, GraTs ThO, they might be a little bit less pressed for time in this game. I'm not sure if the TPL qualifiers are still going on, but if they're not, they might decide to employ a different strategy rather than a pretty heavy Necrobook usage strat that they used in Game 1.
Yeah,
Bounty
Hunter picked up. That, I didn't really expect that at all. I mean, it's a hero that does well, and going back a few months, he was actually one of the top picks and top bans in China. But I feel he kind of fell out of favor. Not only did he get nerfed, but also the metagame kind of shifted away from that. Also, where do you really place him this game?
Yeah, that's the important part.
Yeah.
It just seems like because you can kind of expect Lone Druid potentially in a solo safe, it doesn't seem like they want to have that Bounty Hunter up against it, because Bounty Hunter does pretty much lose that lane in a 1v1 situation. There isn't really anything he can do to stop the farm of a good Lone Druid player.
These bans
Queen
are
of
going
Pain
by
being
really
banned,
fast.
yeah, all mid lanes, eh?
Yeah.
It's all mid lanes. I mean, Tinker, Queen of Pain, TA, everyone, and I wouldn't be surprised to see a Brewmaster ban right now. We'll see what they decide to do in the end. It could leave us with a NS as well as Beastmaster and Brew being the 3 mid heroes to choose from.
They might actually decide to pick up a Brewmaster to go with that Shadow Demon. That would allow them to put an aggressive tri-lane against the Lone Druid, send a Bounty Hunter top lane, and possibly shut down the Lone Druid's farm that way. Not quite sure what we're gonna see though.
Yep. One thing's for sure, though. I mean, two really top quality teams here
10
in this third
seconds
place decider.
remaining.
You have to go through a lot of really good teams to make it this far, and there were especially a lot of
5
good teams
seconds
in this
remaining.
GosuCup Americas. Like off the top of my head, I remember just like reading through the
Reserve
list and seeing
time.
at least 15 quite good teams.
Yeah, I remember we read it through together.
Mhm.
It was pretty amazing.
Yep.
Trying to figure out what games we were gonna cover. Turns out there were good games from round 1.
Round one, yeah, it's true.
Really eating into that extra time here on the last ban. Not sure what we're gonna see.
I mean,
I mean, Brewmaster is probably the one we're gonna see, like you said.
yeah, bets on mid bans, anyone?
Yeah,
Is it going to
exactly.
be a mid hero? That's the question.
Unless they wanna grab it. I mean, I think that's what they're juggling with right now. Oh, Bane.
That's going to be a pretty good ban.
Yeah.
I actually expected them to pick it up themselves. However, they do have that coddle as well as Shadow Demon already. If only because Bane casting Enfeeble on the bear means the bear is not really going to be doing much damage. However, they do decide to bane it out. Bane it out.
Bane it out. Oh god.
That was unintentional. Okay, that one was unintentional.
Oh yeah, sure. I've known you long enough to know that no pun you say is unintentional.
Alright, we're just waiting on
seconds
the picks now.
remaining.
So we'll see
5
what's up if they decide to pick up. They pick up a Clockwork. That's very interesting. I don't
Dire
actually like
team
Clockwork
pick.
that much in their lineup, just because if he manages to get the cogs out on the hero, he's going to have to attack one of those cogs to make sure that the Lone Druid Bear is going to be able to get in there to do the damage it needs to do. So not too much synergy with their carry for the time being. However, it does a really good job in zoning, and that's for sure. The other thing is a Keeper of the Light would potentially be able to use his ultimate and cast a Clockwork outside of the cogs that he uses, just to negate some of the damage he deals with that Blinding
10
Light. And even the
seconds
Disruption
remaining.
is pretty strong against Clockwork. Tiny going to be picked up now.
Oh.
Interesting that they were the ones that
Brilliant
banned
team
Wisp,
pick.
but end up picking Tiny. This kind of most likely going to be in the safe lane, tri lane, using Keeper of the Light probably to do some pulls. And Keeper of the Light can really get his farm on if he stacks properly and just uses Illuminate to farm the jungle.
It could definitely be in the aggressive tri lane though as well. With the Keeper of the Light feeding him mana, he's gonna be very, very hard to deal with. And that Shadow Demon kinda lets you set up that avalanche stun.
10 seconds remaining.
But yeah, most likely gonna be in the safe lane.
5 seconds remaining.
I wonder how they're going to play this, though. The Clockwork, I mean. More often than not, you see it in the long lane.
Reserve time.
Very rarely do you see Clockwork mid. There's only a handful of teams that do that, really. But
10 seconds remaining.
it'll really depend on what they want to do with it, with that hero, of course.
5
That's just a... Oh, there you go. There's the Storm Spirit.
Yeah,
so
there's the
more,
mid.
more than likely
Dire
going to be the
team
Storm Spirit
pick.
mid, as well as the Clockwork in the long lane. They could even do an aggressive tri-lane with the Rubik Nyx Assassin as well as the Clockwork there. Wouldn't be too bad. Using cogs effectively is really important there. And finally, the Death Prophet. The push continues, apparently, with that Death Prophet pickup. As well as if Fan of Soyon here gets to fast Aghanim Scepter. That's going to be a lot of tower damage pretty instantaneously. So here we are, guys. Game 3, third place decider. Winner take all pretty much in this matchup, at least.
Prepare for battle.
And I'll go over top 5's team. He actually skills Rocket level 1 with that Clockwork. Pretty interesting. That kind of tells me he's going to go solo in the off lane. And then I'll explain a bit later why. They're going to have Reed-Shanks playing the Nyx Assassin. He's going to be going to the bot lane for now. I'm not sure how to pronounce that name, but he's going to be playing the bear in the safe lane. Rubik being played by Smiles, I guess I'll call him for now. Dust on the Clockwork, just firing rockets to determine positioning. And then Fly finally in the mid lane on that Storm Spirit.
Smiles, I like that. I'm gonna keep with that as well. For GraTs ThO, we have Broccoli Dota. As we've said in every game so far, it is really the best name on any NA Dota player. Hitting up the Keeper of the Light, tri-lane support. It seems to be going into an aggressive tri-lane, but I guess they could be roaming, or... Yeah, I'm not too sure.
30 seconds to battle.
Pendago hitting up the Shadow Demon, the other support in this tri-lane. Fan of Soyon on this Tiny, gonna be the tri-lane carry. Opting to go for a Ring of Protection, just to kind of predict some poking damage, I suppose. RTC hitting up the Death Prophet in the mid lane, going for that very fast bottle. Not even getting 3 branches, but only getting 2. That is greedy.
I love this. I do this every time I run mid
Yeah,
as well.
it's good. And
It allows
The
you to be able to get your
battle
bottle from the
begins.
first creep wave and get that advantage as well.
yeah,
Oh man, Nyx Assassin actually getting disrupted there in the mid lane. The Illuminate actually ends up hitting as well. Are they going to try to go on this? They do use the Avalanche. Oh man, a nice Impale hits too. Is he going to be able to get the last hit though? This Shadow Demon's getting pretty close, but they are going to back out. Salve being forced by the Nyx Assassin as well. So pretty good engagement right there. The fact that the Shadow Demon actually managed to get the regen rune meant that he is still full mana after that. So he's doing pretty well there. Unfortunately, the Avalanche did end up being used, but they do have the Keeper of the Light there to supply them for the mana later on in the game. The reason I want to talk about the Clockwork pick later is, if he had killed Cogs first, you could have expected an aggressive tri-lane with the Clockwork. Because Cogs being 5 seconds in an aggressive tri-lane, as well as just the pushback and mana burn, 80 mana and damage at level 1 is really important if you're going to have that aggressive tri-lane.
Yeah.
However, because he skilled Rockets, it meant that they were a bit more worried about the positioning of the other heroes, so he wanted to see what was going to go on. And it's going to be a 1v1 against the Bounty Hunter. Oh, looks like the Disruption being cast onto this Lone Druid, as well as the Avalanche and the Illuminate. Look at the amount of damage being done onto this bear. He's going to have to salve up. That's the second salve being used on that team.
I mean, I guess something important to point out is that the Tiny has no mana now, and it's gonna be a while until this Keeper of the Light is level 2 and starts spamming that clarity on him. Or Chakra Magic is what it's called. He does give him a clarity right now, though, just to kind of regen some mana. But he's not gonna be able to do that much until he sits at around level 3, and with Keeper of the Light there to support him.
Clarity being cancelled pretty much right off the bat as well. He doesn't have enough mana at all now. Not only that, but he has an interesting item build in the hands of that protection. Oh, a Disruption's going off actually onto the Nyx Assassin. I don't know, maybe just a little bit of harassment going on there.
Yeah, it was just to be able to get the last hit on the Mud Golem, making sure that the Nyx Assassin doesn't steal it.
That's good then. Smart play there, coming out of Pandago. Looks like the first rune going to be spawning on the bot lane, and Nyx Assassin is going to get the rune, or is he? Is this going to be a potential trap here coming out of the illusions? Oh, he moves the illusions just a little bit actually, and protects the rune though. That's the important part. Really excellent play coming out of the support, just guaranteeing that the Death Prophet is going to be able to get this 2-minute rune.
There we go with the Chakra Magic, almost at full mana instantly, and that's only a level 1 Chakra, but as I said, level 3 is what's needed because you can't combo until then, you don't have the mana for it.
Yep.
Pandago and Nyx Assassin are just going at it.
Yeah, they are. Is he going to be able to get this kill as well? The Illuminate being channeled. Is it going to go down? Wow, excellent Illuminate play coming out of Broccoli. Gets the first blood onto the Nyx Assassin.
My quest begins auspiciously.
Wow, that was immediately worth it with that play. Nice snipe there. And with that, Pandago might even get his boots right now if he wants to be a little bit more aggressive and have a little bit more mobility as well. Both are supports of this aggressive tri-lane, sitting at about 450 gold.
Yeah, I think that's what they're just gonna do, because that means they can actually go roam as well, without wasting as much time if they don't get anything.
Yep, there's boots on both of them right now. So perfect. This is going to be a pretty big advantage, considering the Nyx Assassin only has 300 move speed compared to the 365 now of the Keeper of the Light. If they catch him in a bad position, they can just continually kite him. The bear taking a little bit of damage. Not too much, though, because there is a Stout Shield on it, so it doesn't take that much.
Also, with this movement speed advantage, you're going to be able to bully the other supports out of lane. You're not really going to get a favorable trade against people that have better move speed than you. Shadow
Demon getting a little bit picked. He's actually not going to end up using his Disruption yet. They are trying to go on this Rubik now, though. Nice job there, getting the Soul Catcher onto the Rubik so that the extra damage will be able to pick him off, and the boots let him live so he can salve up and go again. Are they going to trade? Oh, are they going to be able to get this Lone Druid now? Lone Druid being blocked out, actually, by his own illusions, but he manages to use a Tango and go down into the safety of his tower.
And just again,
second win of the game.
Oh, level 4 on Tiny now. That is a lot of levels. That's a ton of experience going his way. And he's going to do a crap ton of damage now, as long as he has the mana. Keeper of the Light deciding to use Chakra Magic on himself right there.
I mean, these Illuminates are doing so much as well. He has 2 levels of Chakra as well. Yep, they are going to be actually engaging onto this Nyx Assassin yet again. Excellently placed Illuminate as well, getting the kill. In the meantime, Bounty Hunter, once again, a 1v1 kill, as we saw in Game 1. Sleazel just a dominating performance in his lane whenever he is.
Yeah, he's
solo kills
really
rarely happen, but he's playing this well. Look at his items, the Bounty Hunter.
4-man shield in a bottle. And
No,
boots.
look at his icon, his
Oh.
hero portrait.
Oh yeah, I see
Pretty
it.
funny looking.
I actually have the mask. Don't you disrespect.
Is it nice?
It is nice.
It doesn't look
enjoy
very
it.
nice.
I enjoy
Not
it.
that visually appealing, but that's okay.
But it's so nice. Tiny decided to go for Tranquil Boots here, feeling that he doesn't really need the mana from the Arcane Boots or the move speed
Yeah.
from Phase Boots.
He also has a Soul Ring recipe, very interesting there.
Oh.
Kind of like delaying his late game potential just a little bit
Yeah.
with these pickups.
I feel as if you're gonna go Soul Ring, it's better to just go straight for Arcane Boots. You don't really need the Tranquil Boots then.
Yep. Arcane Boots picked up by this Death Brother. She's rotating down into the bot lane. However, the bot lane ward from the Radiant, from Top 5 Gaming, has spotted this out, so they're playing very safe right now. Actually, there's 5 heroes down here.
Yeah.
Cecil, of course, being here too. Is he going to be able to get the track? He's going to track, actually, the Nyx Assassin, as well as him being disrupted, in a really bad position right now. He's going to get the Impale off, but man, this Nyx Assassin is level 1. It's
Yeah.
6 minutes into the game, and he has 64 experience and level 1. Really getting the shaft in this game, so to speak. He's going to teleport right back into lane. Are they going to try to go on him again? Oh man, he's going to get caged on
wow.
again. TP's back and melts almost instantly. That's another track kill for 5 heroes. They're going to continue this engagement as well. Clockwork has entered the fray. Storm Spirit as well. They're going to try to engage this Keeper of the Light. However, a nice disruption on the Storm, but it doesn't matter. Lone Druid's going to pick him off.
Sleazel is being really, really greedy on this
And a
Rubik down here.
flyback by Keeper of the Light.
But he
Oh
does
man,
manage to get him for the track, but is he gonna be able
Storm
to make
Spirit
it out?
still there.
Do it with flair.
Oh man, Storm Spirit uses the last of his mana to try to get this kill. Is he going to go down? Nice Soul Catcher as well. They're continuing the Shadow Poison too. The final wave, barely out of range, unfortunately. That's the second stack of Soul Catcher. Is he going to get a third one off? Dodges the third one. However, that does mean that Tiny can get him with the toss. And it looks like Sleazel in the background, just bottling
Actually
up for now.
made it out.
He can get the track onto this Clockwork. Is he going to want to do so? He does get the track off, as well as an Avalanche. Oh, the rocket though, kind of stopping everything. Wow, look at that Death
My
Prophet wave
God.
getting that last hit. These are 5-man track kills. It's 9-1 right now. Yep, nice kill by Lone Druid though, making it 9-2 for his team. He's actually at 2-0 right now, so he has the kills, and his team is kind of letting him down right now. A 0 for 4, level 1 Nyx Assassin. Man, like it's 7 minutes and a half into the game. That is not working out for them at all.
That TP was just really
Radiant's
sloppy.
middle tower is
TPing
under
straight
attack.
back into sure death. He TP'd so aggressively as well. Even though he was kind of behind his tower. But that's where the enemy team was. You can't really TP into the enemy team like that and expect to live.
Yep, and he
Radiant
paid the price for
structures
sure.
are fortified.
Very sloppy play for sure. Look at RTC just being so aggressive in the mid lane.
Yep, there is rune in the bot lane. I expected him to send one of his illusions to just scout for the rune potential, but you know what? He wants to take the tower down. Actually,
Oh.
aggressive engagement now coming out of the Storm Spirit. He does get the last hit on the tower,
Has fallen.
and now the Bounty Hunter actually getting cogged. Nice cogs there coming out of Clockwork. Kind of a good prediction. Oh wow, Sleazel wants this kill. He's not going to be able to get it though, and backs out wisely. We'll see if he sees the... Yep, he's making his way towards that Haystern bottom, so he is going to be able to bottle that up and maybe continue the pressure onto this bot lane. Make sure Nyx Assassin stays level 1, I guess, huh? And Rubik sitting at level 3, I mean, look at the experience. It's pretty much... it's about 3,000 in, but it's 8 minutes and a half into the game.
Oh, look
no,
at this Nyx Assassin.
Caught yet again. He doesn't even have enough, like, levels for his spiked hair base. Staying at level 1 still.
Disposed of
He's
your
at
last
0 and
victim.
5 now. That is not something you want to have happen to you. Oh, Rubik now caught. Oh. Is he gonna get out in time? Wow, he actually takes the Illuminate damage. The Storm Spirit's down to about half health. He forced to blink away. Rubik ends up dying, though. Tiny getting entangled, but they're gonna continue onto this Lone Druid. And a nice play, most likely gonna be finished off. Yep, seems like it. That's gonna be 4 people for that track kill as well. Every single track kill has been pretty much at least 4 people, which means the amount of gold that they're getting out of these is insane. It's about 7,000 gold right now, advantage for the Dire. And look, they caught someone else again. Who is it gonna be this time? It's gonna be the Storm Spirit. He managed to get out though, as well as pop his magic stick and blink out, use his ultimate out even more, the ball
Oh,
lightning.
Sleazel.
A little bit aggressive there
Bottom
coming out
tower
of
is
Sleazel.
under attack.
Oh!
Yeah, the last couple of hits, of course, him going into Windwalk, avoiding the tower damage, and barely escaping with 40 life. A little bit too balls to the wall there, but you know what? He lived. He's gonna go back home. Maybe just camp this rune. Watch it be a regen. It's gonna be a regen, I bet. Nope. Nope, it's a regen, but it's
Yeah,
on top.
but, yeah, exactly.
Not ideal, but still good, right?
GraTs ThO are just going for these heavy,
Dire's
kind of
top tower
push-type
is under
lineups where they
attack.
can group up early on and just get a ton of kills under your tower and then take your tower. Kind of like you saw Navi do almost a year ago, I want to say.
Yeah.
It was also style very popular just after the international. If
Not
anyone
only that,
remembers
the
the big
heroes they
patch.
need to be leveled to deal with this, like the Rubik and the Nyx Assassin,
Yeah.
they pretty much have nothing.
Yeah, especially the Nyx Assassin, of course. Although he
He's
is level 3
3
now.
Still, I mean, it's level 3.
Yeah, I guess. But it's better than
check
level
out
1.
check out Pendego's score. He's sitting at 0 kills, 0 deaths, 9 assists. Whoa! Scratch that, there's an engagement right now. Nice hook, actually. They managed to pick off the Tiny. As well as Cog the Death Prophet. Death Prophet looks like he's gonna go down for now. Is he gonna go down? This Illuminates are doing very well. He's gonna turn around actually, try to get kills, but in fact that's a 2 for 0
Oh,
exchange.
Sleazel.
Storm Spirit wants a little bit more. Oh man, excellent play. The Rocket picks him off, but Sleazel getting the kill onto the Storm Spirit, and now the Radiant are in full retreat. Look how low the Nyx Assassin as well as the Rubik are. Yeah, they're at level 4 right now, but they're forced to make their way all the way back to base as well, just kind of delaying the experience that they get. Rubik doesn't even have boots yet. He's sitting at around 300 gold.
That is just terrible. Like, when the enemy team is diving you like this, you need to respond early and you need to respond well and you need to play safe. I mean, a Rubik without levels isn't really gonna do it for you, and especially not a Nyx Assassin without levels. These are two heroes that are usually looked upon as good heroes to stop the tower diving because they have AoE stuns, but in this game it's just not working out because they got shafted so hard in the very early game.
That's an interesting item.
Oh.
Yep, deciding he doesn't really want to carry just yet at least. Picking up the Blink Dagger first. The Soul Ring's going to let him have enough mana as well to combo his stun off. So it's not like he's I mean, it's not like that much of a gold investment, I guess. I mean, it is 2,000 gold for the Blink Dagger, but in terms of the amount of like track kills that they're getting, with the amount of money that's pretty much rolling in for them, it's a pretty worthy investment just to add that extra mobility.
Radiant's top tower is under
Also, it
attack.
synergizes really well with Bounty Hunter. Obviously, being able to gank people better.
Oh no, missed Clockwork Hook actually. The Nyx Assassin got in his way. This is actually going to turn pretty disastrous now that he doesn't have anything. They are going to continue to go on people. They try to go onto this Nyx Assassin. He does use his Spike Carapace, instead opting to go on this Clockwork now. He does have his cogs. Is he going to try to use his cogs to escape though? In the meantime, Tiny killing the Nyx Assassin in the background. He's moving so fast as well. Tiny getting the kill on Clockwork once again as well. And look how much damage that Illuminates did. Rubik's sitting pretty low for health too. The track is going to go on him now. Are they going to be able to get the kill? Oh man, look at that. The Storm actually ends up dodging it. Everyone's sitting incredibly low, especially both Sleazel as well as Goody now. He's going to try to run in through the tower. Is he going to go down? He does have his Blink up though, so he'll be okay. Bounty Hunter in the meantime also managing to escape, so everyone escaping. A disconnect now coming out of the Clockwork. We'll see if anyone decides to go out. Pause for now. Nyx Assassin ends up picking off the Bounty Hunter, buying back almost immediately, and RTZ going down, but not before he does a little bit of damage to that Storm Spirit. Will he buy back as well? That is the question. There's the pause.
Some hectic moments right there. I kind of want to point out that top 5 actually came out pretty good in that engagement. Like, even if they didn't kill the Tiny, even if they didn't kill a few heroes, they still killed 2 that are very key to GraTs ThO's strategy, and that's the Death Prophet and it's the Bounty Hunter. And they'll take anything they can get at this point, even if it means losing the Nyx Assassin twice.
I mean, we say good in a very lax sense of the word.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot of those kills were track kills. Bounty Hunter is getting a bit closer to level 11, so the track kills don't give him that much yet, but once he gets to level 2 track, it's going to be an extra 50 gold for him, as well as an extra 50 gold for his allies. Please, we have no time for this. Unfortunately, Clockwork disconnected, but they really are running low on time right now.
Yeah, they've been stressed for time the entire day, pretty much.
And their
trying to
playstyle
make
kind
it
of
work.
mimics that. It's pretty funny. But it's working for them. I mean, look at the amount of track kills coming out for them. It's a 11,000 or so gold advantage in 13 minutes. That's pretty crazy.
Look at the Keeper of the Light and how rich he actually is. He almost has a mechanism 30 minutes into the game. That's so fast. Only needs around 350 more gold. Shadow Demon is sitting at... Oh, he has his Arcane Boots. Kind of just going more for that sustained ganking and sustained 5-man pushing type of strategy. rather than going for those power treads for individual health.
Shadow Demon, a perfect performance coming out of him so far as well.
Yeah.
He's at 0-0 and 11 assists. That's as many assists as he has last hits right now.
Tiny picking up a Staff of Wizardry. I'm not quite sure what that's going to be. It
Necro.
could just
It's gonna be Necro.
Oh yeah, it could be. Could be a Necro. It could be the start of a Dagon, perhaps. Could be the start of an Aghanims. It could also kind of be a Force Staff, but that would be a little bit weird.
Yeah. He already has some mobility in the form of that Blink Dagger too.
Yeah. If I would have to guess, I would say Dagon, just because I think they want to gank as much as possible and end it that way.
Yep. One thing that the Radiant could use to try to come back potentially is track if Rubik gets the steal off. Unfortunately, though, he is level 5 still, sitting pretty far away from level 6.
Speaking of level 6, actually, Nyx is getting pretty close to it, and even though there's a bounty hunter on enemy team, it's still gonna be pretty important. If he can get the ulti off without a track on him, then they could possibly get a pick off with it before a fight even starts. Most likely.
I mean,
on
they're
that
not even.
keeper.
They're just using track to get as much gold as possible right now. They don't even need to deal with that Nyx right now. He's so gimped, right?
Radiant's middle tower
It's
is
gonna be
under
pretty tough.
attack.
Whoa, Sleazel just Sleazel popping out of Invis. He's actually gonna take a lot of damage right now. A nice disruption going on to that Storm Spirit, but Sleazel still getting entangled. He's gonna go down pretty much instantly. Shadow Demon taking a lot of damage as well. That's 2 down pretty much instantly. It's still a 3 for 5 engagement. I wonder if they're gonna try to turn around on this or not. Everyone's running for their lives for the time being, at least. Good avalanche as well, coming out from the Tiny, but he's gonna get engaged on now. And Storm has quite a bit of mana. That's 3 down. The triple kill going on the back of that Clockwork.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Level
attack.
6 now for the Rubik, as well as level 6 for that Nyx Assassin, using his Vendetta to guarantee a kill.
And this is exactly what top 5 needed, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah, I mean, the Storm Spirit getting out of there with a few kills. Well, no, he didn't get any kills, obviously, because those went to Clockwork, but with those assists and the assist gold, and also getting out of there with full mana, shows that he's actually playing this very well, and that he's ready to take on this fight. And he is very much so the carry at this point, because the Lone Druid was shut down so hard in that bottom lane.
I very much disagree with this pickup by Clockwork. He picked up a Vanguard right now. Majority of this damage coming out from the Dire Squad is spell damage. I was actually expecting a Hood, maybe. Or even just, like, if you're gonna go tanky, go, like, maybe something like a Vid Booster into a Blade Mail if he's really that worried.
Yeah.
That would definitely guarantee a lot more damage coming out of him. However, the Vanguard pickup just means that he's tanky. Weird, actually, hook there. He does manage to cog the Bounty Hunter. Are they going to try to turn on him, though? Do you see that blinding light? That's exactly what I was talking about before. They managed to get him away from that Bounty Hunter. They're going to try to turn onto this Tiny now. A lot of people getting pretty low for the Dire, but from the Radiant, likewise. They're going to get 2 kills, both on the Bounty Hunter as well as the Tiny. And they're continuing to do some work. Shadow Demon taking a little bit of damage. And there's the kill. Nice play by Storm Spirit. They're going to try to turn around, though. Are they going to get the pick off onto this Rubik? It doesn't look like it, but he did steal track during that engagement. And this Death Prophet is tracked, however. But that looks like that's
Radiant's
that.
top tower is under attack.
Kind of
3 for 0
too
back to
pushy.
back. That is not
Yeah.
what you want if you're GraTs ThO and you're kind of stressed for time.
Yeah,
I mean, their
they're
entire
playing very
strategy
pushy,
so
right?
far. Their entire
Yeah,
strategy has been just pushing as 5 and hoping that their individual skill is high enough to bring him through it. But
Yep.
maybe
It's too
overextending a little
fast.
bit now.
Yep, way too fast. I mean, they're engaging for the sake of engaging right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Just to get things over with as quickly as possible. Not necessarily the most opportune times for engagement, but you know what? Like, they're just saying we want the track kills, we want the money, we want to end this as quickly as possible. For the time being, though, I mean, in terms of pushing, I mean, the objective really is to kill the throne, and they have 3 towers out of the way for that, whereas no towers are taken for the Radiant.
And
This is exactly the pace slower that they need. They are actually doing Roche for the time being.
And this is exactly what they did last
It is
game as
scouted
well
out.
when they started
It's
losing
scouted out,
team
though.
fights. So,
Is Clockwork going to make this hook
Oh.
right now? This is the problem. He does not want to hook unless his team is in a really good position for him to make that hook. Pings, though, coming out. They know that the Radiant team is waiting. Roshan sitting pretty low as well. He's about 2,800 health. And it looks like both teams are going to back off for the time being. No ultimate on Death Prophet for about 70 seconds now. And a haste rune pickup. That's a very important rune. I wonder who they're going to give that to. They actually end up giving it to the Storm Spirit. I was expecting it on the on the Spirit Bear, sorry.
yeah, maybe, or maybe even the Clockwork. Being able to chase people down with this battery assault is really, really good. It does a lot of damage. Of
He
course,
actually
it isn't actually
gets his
maxed
max.
out, so.
Yeah. Oh, there's a hook off onto this. Man, he's been missing his hooks, though. He's been hitting range creeps and melee creeps almost constantly. And he's taking a lot of damage now. Is he going to go down? It seems like he is going to go down. Bounty Hunter picking up that kill. As well, that was a pretty much 5-man assist. Like, everyone was involved in that kill, so that track pretty much doing a lot there.
Yeah, it's almost like getting another
Oh,
kill
wow.
for your
A
team.
blink forward, but a nice telekinesis there by that Rubik.
Really fast reactions.
Dire's top tower
Yep.
is under
He wanted to
attack.
blink forward and then toss back into the team so that they would get another track
Radiant
kill.
structures are fortified.
Tracking up the Nyx assassin, not able to use that vendetta to its full potential.
Yeah.
Oh, this is what I was talking about.
Like,
Look at that
yeah.
damage on Keeper of the Night. Has to use the mech actually to stay alive.
Why did
Dire's
Storm...
top tower
Wow.
is under attack.
Storm using his haste rune actually right now. So they might want to look for an engagement soon. Oh, Nyx Assassin not as quick there actually. Spike Carapace was on cooldown, so he does take a lot of the damage in that case.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
The mid tower is now sitting at about 50% health, so and they continue the siege. The Panda Bear at the front gets an entangle off onto this Bounty Hunter. Are they going to try to engage this right now? A nice impale as well. Using the Shadow Demon's ultimate onto the... Oh wow, nice hook actually. Oh, but an equally as good disruption. Sleazel's going to be okay for now. They're actually focusing the Storm Spirit. Storm Spirit's going to go down first. Sleazel running for his life actually manages to go down to the Clockwork Rocket. He buys back almost instantly, as does the Storm Spirit. The fight continues though. Nice magic wand there used by Arteezy. He's still alive for the time being. However, the Storm is going to get that kill. In the meantime, Clockwork running for his life. And he's going to... Oh, wow, the Tiny actually is. He's going to try to get the toss off, and the toss goes down, killing the Clockwork, so that's even more track money coming on their way. It was a buyback as well, I believe, from the Storm Spirit, so this was a 3-for-2 exchange in the end.
Yeah, buying back pretty much instantly, but it was a necessary buyback, and killing that Death Prophet makes it actually worth it, just because that means they're probably not going to be able to push too much.
Yep. Oh man, look how much damage a Tiny is doing, having dealt to him. He's actually going to go down. Thanks to that Storm Spirit play. Storm Spirit now sitting at level 13, so he's doing pretty well as well. Oh, a mech being used to just make sure that Shadow Demon gets away okay. Continuing to be chased though by this Bear. Bear just, deciding to turn around there at the end. The mid tower is sitting pretty low. The siege continues. Just 5-man Dota coming out of Sleazel's squad here. GraTs ThO.
But is it really the right decision right now? We talked about how they're kind of just pushing for the sake of pushing.
Radiant's middle tower is
I mean,
under attack.
They've lost the last few fights. Can they really
has
lose too
fallen.
many more fights before they start to feel behind? In fact, let's look at the graphs. Alright, they're still very much so in the lead, 10 by 10,000 gold, but they are
And that's
behind
the
in experience. Look at that experience graph. This tells the entire story right now.
But at the same time, this is kind of what they want in terms of the track gold. They're sitting 10,000 gold ahead. That's pretty massive. And now they're going straight for Roche. But it is scouted by the Rocket from Clockwork. So they might look to take an engagement. But this is really smart, though, in my opinion. And Tiny is going for the Ags. Because their team fight really favors 5-on-5 engagements because of the track. So having them go and rely on their mechanical skills as well as just general teamwork to carry them is... It's pretty unorthodox and weird, to say the least. But it's working very well for them because every kill they get is a track for multiple heroes, and now track is level 2, so they're going to get even more gold out of this.
On top of that, BKB has just been finished on Death Prophet, and that's going to be a huge pick-off, making it so that she's actually immune to the Storm Spirit, picking her off in every fight. That's going to be absolutely massive.
Yeah,
this
so
next
while
push
it's
is gonna be
weird, I
dangerous.
really like it, though. That's the big thing. I really like how they're playing this. It's hasty, it's kind of like unorthodox, it's quick Dota, but it's very action-packed. I mean, we're sitting at 38 kills right now in 22 minutes, so that's over a kill a minute. Oh, Nyx Assassin missing his Spike Carapace there, unfortunately. The spam, look how much spam is going on. The Illuminates, the Crypt Swarms, the Shadow Poisons. Man. It's a lot of spells in this Dota game.
I'm just counting magic wands right now, and I see one on everyone except for Keeper of the Light and Sleazel's Bounty Hunter. It kind of tells the whole story, doesn't it? Just complete action all the time.
Yeah, necessary. Oh, a nice hook there, getting the, he tries to run forward, but he actually runs out of mana before he can use Cogs. They do manage to pick up the Shadow Demon, however. But Rubik's sitting pretty low as well as the Nyx Assassin, kind of being forced back for the time being. Oh man, they actually end up killing the Bear. Arteezy has the Agency Immortal, waiting to use it.
And now he
now they
comes
can
up with the
continue
ulti and the
siege.
BKB.
Yep. Oh wow, Sleazel actually taking a little bit of damage. A nice silence getting the clockwork. Unfortunately, the Crypt Swarm misses, but they can continue the siege right now. RTZ does have his level 2 ultimate up, so his Exorcism is going to have a decent amount of ghosts, and they can just continue the siege if he decides to use it.
Is under attack.
I don't see a reason why he wouldn't use his ultimate right now, but deciding against it for the time being.
Dire's top tower has
Can't
And this
waiting
is
for
one.
Sleazel.
Oh man, like another reason why Keeper of the Light's such a good pick now, because they're doing so much 5-man Dota.
Yeah.
The recalls are really important right now.
Radiant's
Every time
top
someone's dying, they're buying back and
fallen.
getting recalled right back in. So it's it's just keeping up the pace, keeping up this kind of really action-packed game.
And even the Chakra Magic, like everything Keeper of the Light is just so good for 5-man pushing. He's just the ultimate 5-man pushing hero.
Yeah, for sure.
I wonder what item we're gonna see RTC pick up soon. Sitting at a lot of gold actually after that last team fight, but
Yeah, massive amount of gold. Everyone's sitting on a lot of gold. Force Staff picked up by Keeper of the Light now. As well as Fan of Soyeon getting closer and closer to his Aghanim Scepter. And that's going to help with the siege quite a bit.
Yeah.
He's only about 500 gold away. Actually, Clockwork managing to get a pick off onto that Bounty Hunter. They do have a gem picked up onto the Nyx Assassin, so that definitely helped in that engagement.
and this is a very important kill because GraTs ThO were actually just getting ready to push down top lane, but now they can't. Now they have to respond to the mid lane.
I think a split push might actually help them if they try to trade 1-for-1 right now.
Yeah.
And it looks like Arteezy is doing so. He has his ultimate coming out in about 15 seconds, so he might be able to do a decent amount of damage to this top tower.
Radiant's
And that is the
top
last
tower
remaining outer
is under
tower.
attack.
They don't want to give up anything, though.
Also,
Keeper of the Light
Tiny
in
is a
good
fairly
position to
good
start.
hero at
Dire's
just stopping
middle
pushes.
tower
This-
is
Obviously,
under
so is Keeper of the Light.
Oh. The TP from the Clockwork. He doesn't have his ultimate up, so he won't actually be able to do much here. Arteezy being forced back. However, he can get recalled by the Keeper of the Light if he so chooses. Are they going to do so?
Yeah, it looks like it. Oh,
Yeah, we'll see.
I think he's gonna do it. I mean, that would be the logical choice, I feel. Probably want to do it before the ulti runs out, though.
That's a general safe bet, right?
Please, please, no.
Doesn't seem like he's going to do so.
Okay.
They are pinging out this Lone Druid, though. They do have the ward vision there for him. He's going to get actually tracked as well. They bring back the Arteezy actually, and now they're once again working as 5, getting the kill as 5, and that's a massive track kill as well. Another 5-man track. I mean, pretty much every track in this game has been at least 3 people. And there's the Aghanim Scepter as well onto this Tiny. Oh wow, they're gonna go on Tiny actually right now, but he's pretty tanky, and now the turnaround might actually continue. If they get this Nyx Assassin, that's a massive pickup. The Gem of True Sight is dropped onto the ground, being picked up by the Keeper of the Light, and now they can continue their siege. RTC does have his ultimate up. He actually has picked up an Oblivion Staff, potentially looking for an Orchid, maybe even a Refresher.
A refresher just to get that extra duration on the ulti? Yeah, maybe. but-
Maybe. More likely an Orchid just to deal with that storm, though.
Yeah, I feel as if an Orchid is probably gonna be it. Already has the BKB to deal with the.
Yeah. Oh, looks like the Keeper of the Light disconnected. What are they gonna do? They're actually microing him. They don't even care.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Oh man, they're just microing him.
Yeah, look at
That's
that. It's
close.
Shadow Demon doing it. You can see them running together like buddies.
My cast apparently doesn't work on Ghost. Let me just fix my cast. Okay, you should be able to hear me now in Dota TV. Apologies for that. But the siege continues, even though the Keeper of the Light has disconnected. They are using him to micro. It is a 4v5, but at the same time, you know what? They're doing a lot of damage to this base tower. Oh wow, an Entangled Way off onto the Death Prophet, but she pretty much heals up instantly thanks to her ultimate. So she's sitting at full health still.
Yeah, but now that she doesn't have her ultimate anymore, taking on this tower is gonna be really, really hard, even though it's so low. But, oh, Tiny has his Aghanim Scepter.
I wonder if he DC'd just to sit in the lobby and tell the other team for the qualifiers
Maybe.
that his team is coming.
Yeah.
Oh! Nice hook though, coming out from that Clockwork. They're gonna try to engage onto this Bounty Hunter. Bounty Hunter taking quite a bit of damage. Unfortunately, he doesn't get disruption, but he buys back almost instantly. Are they gonna bring him back using his Keeper of the Light ultimate? They can't yet. I'm surprised they're not using an Urn Charge on the Keeper of the Light. Maybe that's gonna happen soon. Oh man, no. The tower is taking a little bit more damage as well. They can't really have this happen. Bounty Hunter should have been there tanking. Sorry, Lone Druid should have been there tanking the creep wave. Just to make sure they don't the way Radiant's gonna get back into this is by delay, maybe, kind of like a a time trial, if you will.
Yeah. I wonder how they're gonna solve this. I mean, they don't want Keeper of the Light to actually get kicked out of the game, right? They don't want him to lose all his items and stuff. So I guess it's gonna have to come back soon. They just don't want to pause.
No, this isn't the pub. He's gonna be okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think so. What do you mean, like?
I thought
Oh, well,
it was
it's
just
okay.
for too long. I'm not sure how that works. I've never actually seen it.
I think it's
so.
just in pubs though. Oh, a
Dyer's
missed
middle
hook there.
tower
I don't know
has
where that
fallen.
hook was aiming for though. But they're gonna take a mid tower, pretty much freely. Kind of sitting back now. It's pretty curious to see what's going on because it seems like they were really favoring the 5-man group, but now they're just kind of resorting to these split push situations. Bounty Hunter as well as the Death Prophet on the top lane, as well as the other 3 heroes kind of together in the mid.
Well, the 5-man push hasn't really worked for a long time now. Also, Death Prophet finishing his second Oblivion Staff, going for that Orchid.
But it's a very slow siege. That's the thing. I mean, the bottom tower, 500 damage, 500 health left on it, I should say.
I guess. Well,
Oh, Link forward, as well as a nice play there. Good combo coming out from the Tiny. The Storm Spirit's having to
Look at
use
the
all
Storm
his mana
Spirit.
to run back.
panicking.
But this kind of lets them start the engage, maybe in this bot, onto the top tower, I should say.
Yeah.
Track going off onto the Clockwork. He does have his hook up now. We'll see if he manages to get a really good hook off on anyone. He doesn't want to stray too far away from his team, though. They're rotating once again. They might just end up going down onto the bot lane, because it is the easiest entrance to the base, especially considering how much damage they've done to it. Roshan is sitting in about 2 minutes away from spawning, so they might decide to delay a couple of minutes for that. We'll see what's up.
Oh.
Looks like he's gonna get caught. Tiny taking a lot of damage thanks to that angle. A nice hook actually hits onto the bear, so not that great. And a nice silence coming out of RTZ right now. Doing a lot of damage as well. Look how much damage everyone's taking. Tiny's actually not going to go down before Nyx, but he does manage. Oh wow, he actually cleaves the bear. He seems to be okay right now. Clockwork sitting in the back. Nice defensive use of cogs. Man, everyone's living with like no health right now. Pandago, great micro controlling that Keeper of the Light. It was definitely him, as he was the kind of AFK one.
Yeah. Kind of interesting cogs there from the Clockwork, actually. Almost getting his Lone Druid kill, ending up having to give his life for it.
Yep.
Actually trapped the Lone Druid over here.
Wow, you see how far he went? Oh man, the silence as well. Nice rocket though, man, just to pick him up. There's an Orchid up for RTZ. He's gonna have to use it. There you go, he uses it again. And now he's gonna turn around and most likely silence yet again. Look at the amount of silences going off. Here we go, turn around silence. Nope, doesn't seem like he wants to. There we go. Oh man, he's one hit away though. They're gonna get it with the rocket. Wow, did you see that play?
Yeah,
excellent
four staff.
4-staff into mech. Yeah, great play.
It was most
Keeping
likely
him alive.
Pandago once again. Just playing really well this game. First opening
Yeah.
up with, I think, 0-0-11 on Shadow Demon, and then
Yeah, exactly.
taking over the micro, playing 2 heroes. Since
Yep,
then he's
and
died quite
Roshan
a
is
bit, but that
spawned.
kind of
Ping's
comes from
going
playing a
out from
support
top
in
5.
teamfights.
So Roshan going to be spawning in about 8 seconds now. This next fight most likely going to be happening at the Roche pit. We'll see what happens. It's 22-26 right now. 30 minutes into this game. In terms of gold lead, it's about a 16 to 17,000 in gold lead in favor of the Dire. They're still playing 4v5, of course, and the experience is pretty much even, as mentioned before. Oh man, how are they doing this? If they win this game 4v5, it's going to be pretty impressive.
Yeah.
It's quite funny.
Looking
Keeping
at
up the siege on the
graphs.
bot lane.
The gold graph is just keeping up the same theme as we've seen all game, really. Going in GraTs ThO's favor, and the experience graph is actually very funny to look at. Oh wow.
For sure. Wow, stolen ultimate by the Rubik. Really good ultimate there. Steals the exorcism. So it's going to be pretty much impossible to push into this
Yeah.
for the Dire. And the rocket spam as well, whittling down the health. I'm surprised that they didn't decide to go for Roche here. They decide, you know what, let's keep up the siege. We've been doing it all game. It's been kind of working out. I mean, it's 22-26, but the gold lead doesn't show that at all.
No, and these last few engagements have definitely gone
Oh.
GraTs ThO's ways. So
Yeah. Looks like Rubik's ultimate, well, Death Prophet's ultimate, controlled by the Rubik, has pretty much been let off now. So they might look towards an engagement. Check out the item build. Coming out from the Lone Druid. He's going pretty fast MKB right now.
Are fortified.
Oh man, excellent hook there as well, getting Arteezy. Arteezy gets disrupted by the Shadow Demon. He's actually doing quite a bit of damage here. He pops his BKB as well, gets cogged back, but he seems to be okay. Nice mech usage by the Keeper of the Light. Fandango staying alive for the time being, using his Shadow Poison as well. A nice Impale though, hitting both Bounty Hunter as well as the Death Prophet. Death Prophet taking a lot of damage thanks to that Mana Burn. Everyone running back. Clockwork's the only casualty so far. A nice Entangle onto the Death Prophet though too, as well as Tiny getting the Rubik with a nice combo. They're running for their lives now, actually. Nice engagement there. I can't believe they won that 4v5, man. The amount of micro going on in this, like, not only is Coddle performing incredibly well, whoever is controlling him, I should say, but everyone's still, like, there isn't really a lapse in micro in this game. Oh wow, yet another kill onto this next assassin. They do get the silence off onto the Storm Spirit as well. Is he gonna go down? He's gonna get targeted as well. They turn around though, they want to get this Rax. Are they going to be able to get it? Yes, the melee Rax goes down on the bot lane. Goody picking that one up, and they continue their siege. What a crazy game right now.
Radiant's bottom barracks has
Are
fallen.
they going to TP home?
yeah, it looks like they're just gonna TP home region and then go straight down mid lane. They maybe go for a Roche on the way. That's what they did last time. They decided that they had achieved something. They kind of use Roche to slow down and then reset. It's pretty cool to see this actually, even though it is a little bit of a cheesy strategy. But it's so action packed and so much fun.
Good rocket scout, I mean, by Clockwork, just making sure that they're not doing Roche right away. But yeah, as you said, it's a bit of a gimmicky strategy, but you know what, like, I enjoy all types of Dota. Doesn't matter how you play it, you play to win, right?
Yeah.
Oh, are they
You
going to
don't
try to
play
win
to-
the Storm? A little bit out of range from that. He does manage to get the Orchid off after a little bit, but unfortunately it's a little too late, as Storm did manage to get his way away. Oh wow, looks like a full-on engagement going on right now. Nice hook. Is he going to cog 2? He does manage to cog 2. Keeper of the Light as well as a Shadow Demon. Keeper of the Light unfortunately doesn't manage to get out. He could have probably gotten out with the Force Staff if someone was microing him a little bit better, but of course it's so hard to micro. Are they going to try to get this Storm Spirit? Storm Spirit's taking a lot of damage. He sits on barely 70 HP right now and manages to get away, but they're continuing the fight right now. They managed to get the kill onto the Rubik, and they continue. They start going onto the Clockwork. Clockwork is cracked right now. Nice cogs though, making sure that they can't continue this however they can, because you know what their goal is, right? Their goal is definitely the towers, and they just start wailing on this. Storm Spirit forced to run to the side shop and TP back. He's going to be regenning in the fountain, but this mid tower is going to go down, and they back out quite wisely after that. The Fantangle being picked up onto this Bounty Hunter. Bounty Hunter is going to go down. Buyback almost instantly from him, TPing in, and they're probably going to go straight for Roche.
Yeah, it does look like it. With that TP, kinda just tells you that they have something that they want to do, and there's really only Roche available right
They
now.
might not. It depends if RTZ goes for this haste rune on the top lane or not. If they go for the haste rune on the top, they're probably going to decide, you know what, let's go mid once again.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
There we go.
Liesel starts the Roche,
attempt has been
but he starts it in full knowledge that the Radiant know he's there with that rocket. So maybe trying to force a response, wanting even more fights. If they get a big win in a team fight as well as the Aegis, it could be a game over. Bloodstone being picked up by Storm Spirit. That's a pretty interesting pickup, and he manages to find this haste room. So they could look to engage here. At the same time, look at the massive creep wave coming into the top lane.
Roshan has fallen to the down.
I like this drawing right here.
Go.
Go.
Yes, go.
Go. Any way you can into the base. Because, well, all roads lead to Rome, right?
GG, and then an arrow pointing to top. There we go. I mean, some excellent strategizing coming out of RTZ right now. Realizing that to win the game, you have to take down the towers and eventually kill the throne. So great art coming out of him.
Look at this
Oh man,
assassin.
they actually managed to pick up this Nyx Assassin, maybe? No, he manages to pop his Spike Carapace, and they get the kill on the Bounty Hunter. Bounty Hunter's down for a full minute, does not have buyback. In the time being, they are going to go on to Storm Spirit. Fandango is still living for the time being, 4 staffed away. They're doing as much damage as possible. He actually ends up going down as well. They're going to change onto the bear, lifting it up, killing the bear pretty much outright. The bear is off cooldown, so they can spawn it. However, nice telekinesis by the Rubik, pushing Tiny back. You know what their primary goal is, though? It's taking down that Rax. They take the mid Rax. Broccoli taking a lot of damage. He's going to go down pretty much primarily to that bear. Now forced to retreat as it actually ends up going down. The bear's down for about a minute cooldown, I would say. 110
Oh,
seconds.
the Courier's
actually.
gonna go down as well.
Radiant's courier has
They
been
can actually
killed.
take this game. If Tiny just continues to focus, they might even be able to get mega creeps right now. It looks like they're going to do so. Arteezy taking the brunt of the tower damage at least, so that Tiny can stay in and do as much damage as possible. They take the top tower. They're going to go into the top racks, take the mega creeps as well. Are they going to win this game here outright? It seems like it. Oh man, an engagement. Storm getting into the fray once again, doing as much as possible. Tiny gets the mega creep. He's going to want to go in now. Look at him, blink forward as well, get the kill on the Nyx Assassin. Oh my god. Oh wow, the nice hook though coming out of the clockwork. They're gonna get the kill onto this he's canceling his attack just so he doesn't get blade mailed to death. They do kill the Shadow Demon as well. RTZ now just, you know, they're going for throne. Go big or go home, right? Man, look how much damage this Rubik's taking. Wow, huge arms with the range of that trunk getting the kill onto the Rubik.
Has fallen.
And they want to keep going. Go, 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 they say. They need to finish. They need to get this done with as quickly as possible to get into the qualifiers. They managed to pick off the last hit onto the clockwork. Continue onto the last tower. Man, this really is Defense of the Ancients, isn't it? And there's the GG call. GraTs ThO winning the best of 3, 2-1 on the back of giving up the game 2 to try to speed things up for their games.
Victory.
And that's that. Sorry for everything, says Fan of Soyeon. It's not the ideal way to win, but a win is a win. Well played. And we'll be right back, guys. The finals should be starting relatively soon. It is going to be Team Rat up against the Gamer University squad, hailing from Peru. So that's going to be a game you do not want to miss. That best of 3 is coming right up, so stay